about me that you really want to know? It's a pleasure to be back in Cullman. These are wonderful people here. And you know, that's why people come to Alabama. Not only do we have good incentive packages, not only do we have good workforce training, and we do, we have the best in the country through AIDT, but we also have the best workers. And that's what really makes a plan. And that's what I'm sure that you saw as you looked at this area. I'm sure you saw what fantastic workers we have in Alabama. And that's why I'm so proud to be the governor of this state, because we have great people in this state. I told the president on the third day of the disaster, because I spent 2.5 hours with him. He asked me, he said, what kind of state is Alabama? I said, it's the greatest state in the country. And he said, well, you're supposed to say that, you're the governor. I said, now you wait and see how these people in Alabama respond to this disaster that's hit this state. And you have proven me right, and I appreciate it. Here in Cullman, you had a tremendous amount of damage. This is the first place that I actually visited. It was Cullman. And you've done a fantastic job. Mayor Townsend, thank you. You and I have been on conference calls together every week. And one of the things that I notice as I go across the state, and these are good days when you can come and announce jobs. It's not a good day when you come and see a town that's totally destroyed or partially destroyed by a tornado. But one of the things you realize as you try to recruit industry, or if you try to lead a state through a disaster, is everything's local. And I want to thank the local economic developers in this area, and the city council, and the county commissioners, and everyone that's in local government here. Our representatives, Jeremy Oden and Senator Bussman, and also Representative Mac Buttram. Where's Mac again? Mac hadn't been feeling good, and I was glad to see Mac get here today. So we're just glad of all the great representation you have here. One of the greatest compliments that a plant or an industry can give to an area is to expand. That really shows something. And so I want to thank you for doing that. The people of this area that I represent as their governor thanks you. It's a great partnership that we have with your company, with the Japanese people. Just recently I was at the Toyota plant in Huntsville. They presented me a check for $165,000 that their team members had collected in Japan and had sent here to give to the Governor's Emergency Relief Fund to help the people of the state. Because you know what disasters are like. You've just been through one with the earthquakes and then the tsunami, so you understand. And so there's a kindred spirit, but also there's a partnership. You know, the automobile industry is thriving in Alabama. In June, we produced 61,232 automobiles in the state of Alabama. That's a lot of cars. We are one of the largest automobile producing states in the country. And that's 10% higher than the same month last year. So every month we're increasing in the number of automobiles that are being produced in Alabama. You're a Tier 1 producer related to Nissan and Toyota and Honda. Honda is down at Lincoln, you know. And I had an opportunity to visit that plant last week, in fact. So I just want to thank Topre for what you're doing and for the expansion that you're giving to this area, to this plant. 250 jobs is significant. I announced on Wednesday 200 jobs over at Hackleburg which was very significant. And so announcing 250 jobs here is significant for this area. And as a governor, I just want to thank you, and I thank you for the partnership that we have with your company. We hope that we can continue, and we welcome you as one of our corporate partners here in this state. So thank you very much.
Lost all the cameras and the microphone.
I mean, how do you get to that point? I know there was a tremendous amount of study, and I know there was a tremendous amount of proposals and a tremendous amount of offers from all over the country. But the decision was made to come to Cullman. And President Chiba, we appreciate that very much. What happened at that time, we were challenged as a community. Here was a company willing to invest millions of dollars, and they were asking us for a solid workforce, an educated workforce, and a good community to live in and raise their children. And I can honestly tell you, we have the greatest workforce in the United States of America, and I would challenge anybody in the world with the workforce we have here in Cullman, Alabama. We have an educated community because of the school systems we've got. Vicki Halsey out at Wallace, our county system, our city system, and our systems around this area are the best in the state. We can do whatever we want to do. And what this company, Topre, came in and asked us to do was to partner with them and make them successful. That was a challenge to us in this community. And we accepted that challenge, and we did very well. And we hope we've offered you everything that you could have expected from a new company in America. And we in Alabama appreciate it. They not only wanted a good workforce, it was our responsibility to incorporate this group of fine people into our community. And I remember in 2003 and 2004, the Chamber of Commerce had many meetings and get-togethers to learn about the Japanese tradition so we could welcome you into our community. It was a very important thing for us not only to have you in our community, but to have you as a part of our community. And we strive very hard to do that. And I hope we've done that. My little boy has a child in his class named Yusuke. Yusuke and Noah challenge each other. Noah watches Yusuke. Yusuke watches Noah. And they try to beat each other. And that's a good thing. And that's what your company brings to this community. You challenge us to be better and to do better. And not only are you part of this community, when we saw the tsunami and we saw the devastation, our hearts went out for your country. And children all over this community started raising money to send to Japan for the victims of the tsunami and the earthquake. That tells me what kind of commitment we have and what kind of relationship we have with the Japanese people, with Topre, and with the community of Cullman. When we had our disaster, the last time I was in this room, Topre America gave a donation to the city to help rebuild. And that was a tremendous thing to show what kind of partnership we have in this country and in this city. It's just a tremendous honor for me to be the senator of this district. And I think the same goes for our other representatives. We're honored to work for people like that. Our challenge now is to continue to make you thrive and continue to make y'all successful. And we intend to do everything we can do to make that happen. And hopefully in 5 or 6 years, we can come back and say, you know, we're ready for another $100 million expansion. And I would challenge anybody in this room, if Alabama's going to thrive and survive, and you want the best workforce, you want a company to win, to succeed and be successful in Alabama, Greg, let us have them in Cullman. We will take care of them, we'll make them successful, and we'll work with them. So that's my challenge to y'all. We appreciate you in this community. You are a very valuable part of this community. And we thank you very much for your investment in this community, and we will not let you down. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. One thing he didn't mention is Mac Buckman checked out of the hospital earlier today to be here. Mac, thank you very, very much. Cullman County Commission Chair.